So YouTube also has the same mistake that a diesel company, TA and Petro, and then I think it was, nah, it wasn't Snapchat, it was something else. There was another app that's commonly used for like messaging, and I think it's like a Chinese based one. I forgot which one it was. But basically, when you go and you try to generate like a code, then you leave out of the app to go to your email or something to check the code, it forces the app to exit. So Google owns YouTube, right? So YouTube, to monetize, you need two-factor authentication. To set that up, it takes you to another web page. But when you go back to the web page, it already closes out of it. So you have to try to set it up again, which means the QR code that they generate the second time is different, which means the code that you got from the authenticator app is different. So you can't do it. It's literally like physically impossible unless you have like multiple devices. So they have an option where they say in the authenticator app, it only uses the camera to scan the QR code, right? You can't screenshot it. But even if you could, it doesn't matter. They give you a text that you can copy and you can paste that into the authenticator app. You still can't do it though, because the way, and this is Google's fault, because the way the Pixel works is it doesn't let you freeze an app. It forces the app to know that you exited out of the app to look at another app. And because it does that, the YouTube Studio closes out whatever two-factor authentication thing that was being generated, which means that you can't set it up because it forces you to set it all up at one instance. Like it gives you a QR code and then you have to press next and then you have to give it a 6-digit PIN. It doesn't give you a permanent QR code that you can then use later by selecting like set it up again and then putting in the 6-digit PIN. That 6-digit PIN has to match the QR code that was generated at that time. And since you can't exit out of the app, it's physically impossible to use the same phone with the authenticator app as the YouTube Studio. So it's just proving my point. I already told GitHub and YouTube and they didn't listen. I told them two-factor authentication is a bad idea to force on anyone. And this is exactly why. Because they're favoring security, supposedly, which it's not security because if you can't access your account, it's not secure, over accessing an account. So they're thinking that, oh, we got to prevent someone else from accessing your account. But if you do that by preventing somebody from accessing their own account, then you've already failed at whatever your job is in the first place. Because you have to 0% make it more difficult for someone to access their own account when you try to prevent someone else from accessing their account. It has to be 0%. It can't be like, oh, well, it's just slightly harder. No, it's not slightly harder. It makes it literally impossible. So, yeah, YouTube's another retarded company, just like GitHub, just like Stack Overflow. And I told them, I still have the screenshot of when I told Stack Overflow, I don't know, I'll just keep posting the exact same thing. Just like Satoshi Nakamoto said things in 2009 and people didn't listen. It's like, it's still true. You still want to talk about Adam Back and Vitalik and all this stuff. And nope, Craig Wright was correct from the very beginning. Just like I'm going to always be correct for all eternity about two-factor authentication was not a good thing to force. And also that you should never, whoever designed the Pixel is an idiot. Whoever designed apps not freezing is an idiot. Whoever designed check this code or verify the code related to this generated QR code is an idiot, because they don't let you exit out of the app. In fact, the fact that apps don't let you run multiple instances of them that don't know about each other shows you that they don't know how to design operating systems or apps in the first place. Because if you actually had a proper app, you would be able to run 10,000 instances of exactly the same app. Like I should be able to open YouTube 1,000 times and none of them should know that the other ones exist. they should have zero data or any indication whatsoever that the other apps are open, and they should all literally be the same, be able to be the same app. So when you select an app and it forces it to open that's always the same instance, that's retarded design. It shows that they don't understand basic math.